Hello, we're back at Goat Simulator. They've added a few DLCs, or, well, yes, actually, DLCs. One of which is the MMO, which is this. I just love it. You've probably already seen all of this because, as always, I'm not in, I'm not out very quickly with my videos because I'm not that type of YouTuber. My channel is not about showcasing the latest things because I usually don't have the means to be the first one anyway, so I'm not even going to get into that game. But I do show off things that I find fun and enjoy. Now, I'm going to try and get a particular statue that I know of that I haven't got yet, and for that I'm going to use the magician, because this class can jump extremely high, which is very useful when reaching certain things. Now this is since the whole game of Goat Simulator is a joke, spoilers if you didn't know, the whole game is a joke. It's a joke on game genres, game developers, companies, cliches, all types of things. But so you can see we're in this lovely environment, and there are secrets, there are quests, there are quote-unquote other gamers, like this one, who will keep going in a loop. Of course, they're fake. There are no other gamers on this map. The chat down in the corner is also fake, which I just love. I love the fact that they are joking about themselves and the criticism that the game itself has gotten. It's like, oh, this isn't even a game, it's just YouTube bait and stuff like that. And it's like, my god. Now, almost none... I've done basically all of the... you can talk to different NPCs. For example, this woman had a mission for you, and you can do these different missions. I've done basically all of them, I think, except the one licking 10,000 things, which is also a wonderful joke about how gamers are, tend to do these completely useless, menial, sometimes degrading or just, horrible tasks, and they do it as entertainment, which is a hilarious joke in itself. Like Slow Pants here was another great joke. It was an escort mission. Of course he walked really slow, hence his name. But I love the fact that I love the joke about the classes, the sceneries. You have lots of hints to, winks at other games and other and movies, fantasies, and this one is a great-looking demon here. They're not very powerful though, and we have this. It's just great. It's great. I can't say enough good stuff about it, and I love this. The visuals in this game is, works as an MMO. It's probably. I mean, I know it's a joke about MMOs, but it is really one of like the best MMOs I can think of, because it's like Now here we have a lot of traps that are unavoidable, funny enough. Feels very Tomb Raider, but I do believe they're sort of unavoidable. Because again, that is sort of the joke, right? I got a brick instead of the apple. I thought I might be able to, you know. Oh no, I'm stuck in here. This might be an issue. Let me see if I can, and of course oh, there we go. Thank you. Straight into the next trap. Fantastic. And of course the joke is also that the glitches are part of the game and part of the fun. Which, granted, some think is a very cheap way of just not, you know, doing a proper game and not fixing the, it's okay though, I mean, you can't really die. You have all this, I just don't know how to get past this one. There we go. This is absolutely, it's so brutal. They're just trying to get out of there. Oh, there we go. Now, spoilers though, of course. Here's the big reveal. Here's the old goat, which of course is a Tyrannosaurus Rex. He doesn't really fight you or anything. He's just sitting there enjoying his meal. Let me just get up here. And let me just look at him. Oops. Oopsie. And he keeps... I bumped him so that he actually... But he keeps using his utensils. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to... There we go. He's like the weakest... Oh, look at him. Oh. He's like one of the weakest ones. Enemies, quote unquote, that there is in the game. Okay, well, let's try and get to the, top here. Oh, yeah, I didn't mean to go that far! Oh, this might take a bit of fiddling. I want to get over the fireplace. But as you can see, the goat that I'm using now, this type of class, is very... Or do I need to go over higher? He's very floaty, I guess you could say. Yep, and then we can run up the next. It's hard to see, it's so dark. Come on. There we go. So, in here we have the old goat's toilet. And as you can see, there's a little... For some reason he pooped out a fish. And there's a little... Now this should be 19, I think. Ah, but I have absolutely no idea where the 20th is that I really need. Now, I don't think you can get out of here by any other means than to respawn. If I'm not completely mistaken. Let's have a look. And it's like, what the heck is this doing here? The fuck? I think we should actually be able to just go, because we can't open this door unfortunately. But we should be able to just walk back here, even though it it's probably preferable to just respawn because this is... it's quite painful. Run! I can't. I think we're just gonna get stuck by the end of this. By here. Oh god, there's not even... maybe there's no floor, maybe. Oh! Yeah. There we go. Whew. And we're back outside. So we could go back there, actually. But okay, well, I'll look around for the 20th one and last one. I might go on a little bit about why I like this game and how why I defend it. One of the things that people are complaining about is that it's just quote-unquote YouTube bait. And YouTube bait is derogatory, is that the word? Derogatory term for what is considered lazy games. You make a game simple and fast. Might not even, you know, be actually... oh, that's an invisible wall. It might not even be working in working order, or it's, you know, like this, it's the bugs are actually part of the appeal. And some may say that the silliness of everything is just laziness. People are using things by chance that happened or did not happen as it should to their advantage. Now, I have come across quite a few really badly made, you know, poorly executed and really, like, what I would consider lazy games that went out for, you know, that promised maybe something and didn't deliver. Now, when it comes to Goat Simulator, it has, far as I know at least, never claimed to be something that it was not. To my knowledge. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it has never claimed to be anything other than what it is. As to YouTube bait, why does being YouTube bait necessarily mean something bad? Why would that be necessarily something negative? If people are happy with it, if it makes some people laugh, if it's entertaining at all, whether or not it was intended to be entertaining in a particular way or not, does that really matter? You can, you know, argue this back and forth all day long until you're blue in the face if something is, you know, if the ends justify the means sort of thing. But, I don't know. I think this is also one of the best jokes.
What you got this thing? I'm hungry. Has got any chips, mate?
You got any chips,
oh,
mate?
Hey, mate, is that a beach? Is that a beach over there? Oh, look.
He's horrible. I immediately regretted doing that because he's gonna drive me nuts.
What you got this thing? Oh, what's that road? Over there.
But anyway, you can debate.
Over there.
that until you're blue in the face.
Look at that thing. Oh, look over there. What is that? Oh, what's that?
Wanted destruction.
Oh, look at it. Look at it. Oh, wait. Listen, mate. Oh, listen up. Oh, check out this thing. Oh, check out this thing. Oh, listen up.
He's horrible.
Oh, what is this thing? Hey, look at this.
Let's respawn.
Oh, look at that. Look at
Oh
that
no,
over
he's
there.
still with me.
Listen, mate.
Let's
Oh,
restart.
over there, over there.
But so yeah, I don't necessarily think there is anything wrong with that. These types of games. But let's go with the microwave. Let's go with the microwave for shits and giggles, because I haven't tried that out. Ooh, look at me! Oh, Jesus Christ! But then, of course, it's also because this is my sort of it's my sort of humor, and I'm perfectly fine with that. If people don't find this thing amusing, then they are gonna, you know, degrade it and not think it's particularly fun or interesting. That's fine. People's humor are different, but I do think it's oh, it's pizza. Yeah. No. I'm a bit slow though. But and it is ridiculous. I completely agree. It's absolutely ridiculous, but I don't think it takes anything away from anyone else, and I don't think anyone's enjoying it. You know, it's harmless. I think it's completely harmless. I think it's much worse with games that are like lying about what they are and are complete and utter crap because the developers failed to do what they aimed for. If you, on the other hand, can tweak something to your advantage, if you were aiming somewhere, if you aim here and you end up here, if you don't make trailers promoting this, but go down there, or for goodness sake, fix things before you release it, because that's one of probably the most annoying things today that's become very, very popular, is that people, they release games way too early, and it's this release now, fix later attitude that I really, really think needs to stop, because I think it's unfair to everyone, and quite, you know, it's like releasing, it's like you are selling cakes and you only, you know, bake it half done. You wouldn't be able to sell that. I mean, in what other profession can you sell things that are not finished but the gaming industry, basically? And I just think it's very sad, and doesn't give a very good doesn't make companies and games look particularly good. So I think it's rather sad and ridiculous. But again, well, speaking of this MMO type of thing, I think it's absolutely wonderful, and And the other sort of MMO that I've tried out, and I haven't played many, mind you, so I should probably not be, you know, voicing my opinion on it, but then again, opinions are free to be had by anyone, so I shall anyway. It was Rift, I think, is one, which is nice, and it's free. And the other one was Guild Wars 2, which is also a great game. They're both great games, but I was sort of daunted by the huge size of everything, and everything you do and everywhere you go, and the leveling up, and it was a bit too much. Funny enough, like, this type of fake MMO is actually more to my liking, because of course you don't have the social interaction with different gamers, so there's that, of course. And there's not the scale, and, you know, you might be, like, actually being in awe, almost like when, you know, you saw the first Lord of the Rings movies in theaters, and was like, it's like one of those moments in your life that is gonna, you know, feels like a huge impact on you somehow. You've experienced something that moves you. So, of course, no, it's not going to be like that. But you have beautiful settings, everything, and there's quite enough of it, in my opinion, because I'm the type of personality that gets sort of stressed with too much to do and too much to see, and certainly some games where you have to choose a path, and choosing that path you won't be able to see the other stuff that's along another path, and you can't do them both, and you spent 100 hours on this path, and then if you want to see the other things you have to invest another 100 hours there, and those types of things sort of stresses me a bit. So that's why I actually took a great enjoyment in this MMO, which is hilarious in itself.